I see the poor and I see the broken.
The writing of I See the Poor actually started with those first two lines, I see the poor and I see the broken. How can I sit here and do nothing? And I took those lines to Scott Mills, one of our worship leaders, and it was actually one of the easiest songs for us to write together because I think it so lines up with what we as a church are passionate about, what our pastor and what we as the worship leaders of LifePoint, as we write songs for the church, what we're passionate about, and that's about taking the gospel and the love of Christ to every lost person. And the fact that we don't want to do it just because we're told to do it, or we don't want to just check it off a list, but we do it because, like we wrote in the pre-chorus, that we feel this burden, that this fire is burning inside of us, and that we have to go. And then as we wrote the verses, we realized that it was going to make some people uncomfortable, that it's kind of in your face because we don't often sing songs that are kind of a commentary on our lives, that, you know, how can we sit here and do nothing? It's time to stop waiting here and watching. How can we sing now and do nothing? That we've got to do something. And we thought about going a different direction, but then we stuck with it because, you know, as we thought about it, we thought, you know, you're going to hear so many sermons and you're going to read books about missions and hear so many different things and the latest idea, but when it comes down to it, the main thing is, look, we see the poor, we see the broken, we see the hurting and the widows and the orphans, the lost. And, you know, how can we sit here as Christians and those who know the truth, how can we sit here and do nothing about it?
We'll take your truth and we'll take your justice to this broken land.
And as we wrote the chorus, we wanted to take those ideas of the verse even further and kind of make it a rallying cry for the church. That, look, yeah, we can meet the material and physical needs of the poor and take care of the widows and orphans. And those are things that God called us to do, and they're important. But the most important thing that we want to do is we want to take the salvation of Christ to every nation. And we want the world to know that there's no one like our God. That, yeah, we can meet your physical needs, we can take care of you and do all sorts of things for you and show you love, but nothing's going to fill the void in your life like Jesus Christ will. And then in the bridge, we wanted to acknowledge the fact that we can't do this on our own, that we are weak, and we want to make this a prayer that says, God, look, Spirit, come on us, shine in our weakness, and we will follow you. We'll follow you in obedience because, look, you've told us, go make disciples. And then that last line of the bridge, every nation is yours. We wanted to leave people with that final thought that, look, God doesn't just have a heart for our nation, for America. He has a heart for every nation, for all the lost, for the whole world to know His love and experience His truth and justice.
And we will follow you.
And it's been so amazing to see the response of the song in the church, from students to adults, as people have got on board with the mission and said, look, we're going to go, that we feel the burden, we're not going to sit here any longer and do nothing about it. That whether that's going across the street, across the office, or across the nation, we're going to go and we're going to take the truth of Jesus Christ to this broken world. We hope that this song will continue to inspire our church and inspire other churches in our nation and across the world to take the love of Christ to this broken world.